My name is Kevin Trenberth. I'm a scientist at NCAR, the National Center for Atmospheric Research in Boulder, Colorado. I'm also here as one of the organizers of this meeting, and I am the chair of the scientific steering group of GWEX, the Global Energy and Water Cycle Experiment. I'm giving a plenary talk on Tuesday, and Tuesday is the day that deals with observations, all aspects of observations and their processing, and I'm leading that off. Well, firstly, that observations are very important, and one of the sayings is that you can't manage what you can't measure. And increasingly, well, firstly, we've got the best observations now that we've ever had, but they're mainly made for weather purposes. And many of these observations are not suitable for climate in the sense that we cannot tell reliably how the observations that are made now relate to how they were made 20 years ago, which is very important for climate change. And also, there are increasing stresses on the system. We've had a couple of satellites that have crashed, disastrous satellites, and there are delays in new satellites coming along, delays in funding from Congress. And so we're running the risk of major gaps in coverage in the future on vital observations, which means that there's a major risk that we will go blindly into the future on some aspects of what is happening to our planet. Well, observations are very important. Increasingly, the way in which we get global observations is through satellites. The in situ, the ground-based measurements are also a very important complement, but the U.S. plays a major role in the satellite component, and there are prospects for delays. And this, for the climate record, a gap in the record breaks the record. We can no longer tell reliably how one part of the record relates to another. That's not so important for weather purposes. But the accuracy of these measurements is not sufficient that we can just make the measurements and know exactly how they relate to previous measurements. We have to have an overlap, a continuous record.